Yeah, Arrowhead Chiefs. It's your girl, Miss Nicole. Queen of Hustle, baby. Started from the bottom, now we here. My homie at the start of his career. Let's go. Try to win him early, hear the truth. Tune in every Sunday for the juice. Arrowhead Chief Podcast, bringing all the news. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Quick style. Out here rapping for the crew. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube.
What's up, Chief Kingdom? You're tuned in to the Arrowhead Chief Podcast, episode 204. Your boy Chris Dow. Another Chiefs win victory. Well, it was Victory Tuesday now. It was Victory Monday yesterday. But we're coming off of a dub. Chiefs are 6-0. And we got a lot to talk about. Before we get into that, Mark, what is going on?
It's Raider week. You know how it goes.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Nothing more.
Right. Well, before we get into those Raiders, let's talk about the game that happened on Sunday. Chiefs beat the 49ers 28-18. This was more of a defensive performance than an offensive performance. Mahomes had a couple picks. Both of those picks, I don't too much blame on him. The first one, of course, was just a good defensive line play. Knocked it in the air. He ended up picking it. And then the other one, Xavier Worthy, I know he tripped and fell. He was just throwing it to a spot in the corner. He expected Xavier Worthy to be there, and he ended up falling down, and Lenore ended up picking it off. But other than that, I felt that we had mostly control of this game. Like, it was never really there was one period where it was like, okay, this might be a game. But other than that, outside of that, we dominated pretty much in the trenches for sure. Oh, snaps. Oh, snaps.
What's up? What's up?
Mr. Clarence, what's up, brother?
You got it.
How you doing, man? How you doing, man? You know, this pod is always better when Clarence is on here.
Mm-hmm.
He got the
why you say, man?
he got the Marvel tee on. What Marvel tee he rocking?
It's just got all the Avengers on it.
All right.
But hey, man, tell Marvel to cancel this Blade movie. I'm tired of them with this Blade.
It's not gonna happen, dog.
I was going to say the same thing.
They didn't push this movie. They didn't push this movie back about 20 times.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. They ain't getting it done. It ain't meant to be.
And I feel bad.
Wesley will be back before then, man.
Yeah, I feel bad for Mahershala Ali because I actually like him as an actor, but yeah,
it needs to be Wesley.
Yeah, it does. Just let Wesley come back.
Wesley.
He was good in Deadpool. Come on, man, bring him back.
Yeah.
But back to the Chiefs, man. We pretty much, I feel like we dominated this game for the most part, especially in the trenches. Their defensive line did what they want with their offensive line. They couldn't get the run game going, and probably Brock Purdy's worst game of this season. He had the 3 picks that he threw. We rattled him, and the knock on him is if you play a lot of man coverage on him, he doesn't do too good. And you know, that's what we specialize in is man-to-man coverage. Trent McDuffie was locking stuff down. Maybe one play where Brandon Ayuk got him and dropped the ball. Deebo Samuels ended up he was sick. We later find out he has pneumonia. He's in the hospital right now. Brandon Ayuk ended up getting hurt for the season, tore ACL and MCL. So he's done for the season. Who else is hurt? I think George Kittle was hurt. He got a high ankle sprain or something like that. But they just all beat up over there in San Francisco. But as far as the game goes, and look, this wasn't one of Pat's best games. Like I said before you came on, Clarence, I don't blame those 2 interceptions on him. The first one, defensive lineman made a great play, ball in the air. And then the other one, Xavier Worthy fell down. Now he did miss Xavier Worthy streaking down the field. Coming out the second half.
Right.
If he didn't he put a little too much mustard on that ball. Right. If he had just flipped it a little bit, he probably would have hit him in stride and it'd be going for 6. But oh no, man, look, Kareem Hunt looks good. He looks like he looks like old Kareem Hunt. He was like he leaving off where he left off when he was here. So
Right.
he's doing his thing. And hey, man, Noah Gray, man. You gotta get the ball to Noah Gray a lot more, man, because he's always open and he always catches the ball. And that's all you can ask for in this offense, man. So, what were your guys' thoughts of this game? Start with you, Mark.
Like you said, it's a defensive game typically. I mean, it started out ugly. Started with fake punt, then INT. It was a little ugly. It was a little weird. I was like, okay, let's see, maybe it's gonna be fumble or something like that. I don't know. It was just that kind of a weird game. Obviously, you had two teams that were decimated with injuries. So I mean, it was you saw Juju go out and said like immediately after that, I'm saying like, it's gonna be multiple weeks, but I mean, along that and everything, it was a rough week for wide receivers around the league. It was just rough. I'm like, it just seemed like one of those weeks. There's nothing you can really do about it. Other than that, it was an ugly win, but bottom line is a win is a win. You got to take them while they come. Coming off a bye week, they're starting to get into a stretch now. It's like where this is why I say that the most critical games at week 6 to about week 14. That's where teams have to feel themselves in. When it's all said and done, even after the 49er game, I don't think I want to read too much into this because of the injuries. I mean, I think we'll more so get an idea later on going forward. Defense was incredible, obviously. It's like from top to bottom, from line, secondary. I mean, you definitely want to say big. You definitely wish for prayers for Watson, though. That's a tough blow. That's tough. He was having a good season. So hopefully, we pray for a speedy recovery. I know they're talking about late postseason, more so possibly next season. So we'll see how that goes. But just another walk in the park for them. Another game where they didn't give up no points, really. I mean, you can say arguably those garbage time points, but defense is doing what they do well. Noah Gray, I think this is one of his best games that he had probably since he's being a Chiefs. He's coming around. He's starting to look like he can fulfill or fill in that gap. Because we've been talking about who's gonna supersede Kelsey, eventually when he goes. I mean, we're starting to see a little bit here and there. Worthy, you see them getting him more involved and everything. Him and the route, they're opening up the route tree for him a little bit, so that's good to see. Other than that, it's another team. They 6-0. They taking care of business. Nothing more need to be said.
Yeah, for sure. What you got, Clarence?
I was just seeing if they had made a trade today or not.
No, not yet.
Okay, I was just checking. I mean, Mark, he summed it up, man. Like, it's just another week in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you play as many games as they play, you just situational football, man. Like, it don't matter. Lamar throw 5 touchdowns last night, or whoever go off on Sunday. Like, situational football wins championships, and they know how to win football games in situations. Like, whatever the game calls for, they're gonna do whatever the game calls for. Mm-hmm. If it's defense to run the ball, they're gonna play defense to run the ball. If teams want to stop the run, then manufacture a passing game. Like, they're the world champs for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure, man. Like I said, they, and I think Pat has kind of embraced, that, as long as we winning, if I don't have my stats, I ain't tripping. As long as we win in and we get the dub and move forward, because you can tell, man, like even with the post game and then in the locker room, it's just like on to the next. Like it's no like you see other locker rooms, everybody's all excited and yelling, and the coach is ramping them up. It's just like, all right, good man, that was a good win. We got the dub, blah blah blah, and then Pat's like, all right, Chiefs, and it's like, all right, you better go home. See y'all Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? So it's just business as usual with this team, man. It's like the Patriots. The Patriots was the same way. You see their locker room discussion, Bill Belichick go in there and say what he got to say, Tom will say what he say, and then everybody just go home, man. It's just like we on to next week, man. It's Raider week. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do want to talk about the injuries, man, piling up, dog, especially Jalen Watson, man. That's a tough blow right there. Dude was having a really good season. he was balling, man, and to see him go down, that one hurts. Nazi Johnson and Joshua Williams, they're gonna have to step up in that role. We're used to the next man up mentality. Juju, we'll have to monitor him. He is the hamstring. It's kind of bad when Andy Reid Monday is like, nah, he ain't playing Wednesday or playing Sunday. so, so what are you guys' thoughts on the injuries piling up, man? Do you have on the cornerback end? Do you have faith in Nazi Johnson and Joshua Williams? How do you guys feel?
We've seen this tape before, going back to even the first Super Bowl run, where there was like that was when I think that was the year when we were trying to figure out they had all them picks available. They started to grow into the system. That it's better for them to try and figure it out in week 8 than week 15, 16, 17. So I think they'll get acclimated to the system. I think they'll be fine. Even we've been putting a timer even on John Amenahue with him coming back soon, so that'll help. I think they'll be fine. I mean, Spags at this team. This team look like the best defense in the league for a reason. They've been doing well. I ain't got no complaints. They'll be all right.
What you think, Clarence?
I mean, it's unfortunate that Watson went down, but Williams, he can hold his own. You know what I'm saying? Johnson, he's coming back from a knee injury, but I mean, I think he's up to speed. I think he's ready to go. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the pass rush helps out that secondary regardless.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying? And you got experience at the safety position. Like it's unfortunate that you lose Watson, but that defense is just so sound in what they do. You know what I'm saying? You got George coming on. You got Chris still always going to be Chris. And, you did this without Mike Dana as well. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be fine. Man. It's going to be a challenge. Yeah, absolutely. But it's not something that should linger all year. Because they played in these moments. They've been in these moments too much. You know what I'm saying? It'd be one thing if this was year one trying to win a Super Bowl, but they've been down this road. They know how to adjust and be able to bounce back from it. So, yeah, they'll be all right, man. They're going to be fine.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like, one thing I'll always believe in with the Chiefs is they know how to get the best out of their secondary, man. Yeah. And, as long as those safeties is back there, Shamari Connor, Justin Reed, who had a really good game. Justin Reed really had a good game. Hicks and Brian Cook. As long as those guys are back there helping out, I really don't have no problem. Trent is Trent. You know what I'm saying? You saw he was on display once again, locking stuff down. And whoever's on that other side, man, they're always going to get that safety help. So I'm not too much worried about it. Like you said, Clarence, man, the way this front line is playing, George, he had probably his best game on Sunday. Chris is Chris. He could be talked about for Defensive Player of the Year. It may not show all the way in like the sack numbers, but what he's doing on the field in the run and in the passing game is ridiculous. And he gets double and triple team every down, and he's still wreaking havoc and allowing other guys. And the one guy that I'm happy to see the improvement in is FAU. He's really has improved this year. He's making plays in the run game. He's affecting the quarterback, getting pressure on the quarterback. So I like what I'm seeing from FAU. I know everybody was down on him from last year and he ain't showing sign. I just think he needed reps, man. And you can't get better if you ain't on the field. It's only so much practice you can do. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not able to hit the quarterback in practice. So he needed reps, and it looks like he's starting to get the game is starting to slow down for him a little bit. So I like what I see for FAU. And like y'all said, Charles Omenihu coming back with Mike Dana when he gets healthy coming back, like defensive line is gonna be wreaking havoc on all these offenses that we play this year. So I'm not worried about the defense one bit. As long as we got Spags, Dave Merritt back there handling business and defensive line coach, we'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Um, I do want to talk about Patrick Mahomes, though. Now, look, we all know we have a standard for Patrick Mahomes, right? You know what I'm saying? He set this standard. We still believe he's the best quarterback in this league. We do. Is he having the best year? No, he's not. But we do still feel like when it's time to, he gets that focus in, and he makes the plays that he needs to make. In that San Francisco game, the run, the big 33-yard run that he made. That's Pat saying, "Bump it." I may not be throwing my best stuff, but I'm gonna use my legs. And he does. We've seen it time and time in the playoffs, in Super Bowls, where he's used his legs to get where he needs to get. But I use my legs to get this first down and get us in position to at least kick a field goal. And he did that. Then the 4th and 1 in the red zone, he's like, "Bump it, I'll take it." He did the Thanos. I do it myself, and ran in and trucked the safety for the San Francisco 49ers.
Mustafa.
Yeah, Mustafa, who was actually having a really good game. He was flying all over the place.
He had two. He was overdue. He had 2 big hits because he got Hunt one good time, and then he got Worthy one good time. I said, "Bro, you had that coming."
He did. What's his name? Turned the truck stick on Mahomes and ran him over into the end zone. And so, look, I know everybody, national media, they're gonna have their way with the whole talking points, and it brings engagement or whatever on social media when you talk about Patrick Mahomes and the regression that he's having. But
who said regression, Chris?
Huh?
Who said regression?
Oh, trust me, I've heard a few people who have said that. Oh, Patrick Mahomes regressed. He's regressed.
Then block him.
Then block. He's regressed. Then
block.
He's regressed.
Then block him. Block him. Mute their conversation. You ain't got to listen to that bullshit.
He's regressed.
Oh no, it's just. But even so, even if it is Pat or this whole team or whatever, this is basically the same script. I mean, if you turn on the TV this morning, we basically hearing the same stuff we heard last year. Oh, he's regressed. Oh, he's throwing INTs. Oh, this team is better. Oh, this team is whatever. Today's talk was
the Ravens.
Should the Ravens be the number 1 team? Didn't the Ravens make a big run last year? We're doing the same thing. Yes, but what happened in December, January? Same old thing. We always talk about the Bills. Are they the best team and everything? We've seen that before. Even going forward and everything, we always talk about not always avoid the whole undefeated talk and everything. If there's a team that the Chiefs will lose to, who was their first loss going to come? Of course, everybody going to say the Bills. That's typically what it is. I mean, I don't really care. Same script, different year. The only thing that changed the number behind in the last column. That's the only thing that's changed. Pat Mahomes regressed. No, it just looks a little different. That's the only thing that's changed. They still winning football games. I think they still put up more. I think they put up more points average this year than they are last year. Now I will say that.
Yeah.
But it's the same script. I mean, say what you want to say about Pat, but he's making the key plays and key moments when it's all said and done. And we can make the argument. I think it's a little ridiculous talking about, well, this is the rule and everything, where it was a bad angle. No matter how you look at it, he could have made the hit. I mean, granted, in history, they used to hitting the quarterbacks and all that stuff. Blame the league for that crap. Blame them, because let's call for what it is. Some of these roughing the quarterback plays or unnecessary roughness penalties have been ridiculous. Let's call for what it is.
One last night.
So if you want to be mad at the league for it. I mean, I'm all for player safety. I get it, but they've made it this way.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole, it's funny how these people every year it's the Ravens. Every year it's the Ravens, man. Like, oh, Chris Canty today. Oh, the Ravens, they played them all. They beat the Chiefs. What they? You sure? Yeah. Have you seen that defense? But the defense is not good this year.
But let's put in perspective though. They would have played them if they would have played tomorrow and everything. Okay, let's flip the script a little bit. How many times have the Ravens given up 28 north of 28 this year?
Not a lot.
The Chiefs haven't given up north of 28 since what? in the middle of last year, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
When's the last time the Chiefs gave up a 300-yard passer? Super Bowl
Probably.
versus the Eagles.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
When was the last time? When was the last time the Chiefs lost a game? The nightmare on Christmas.
Yeah, the Raiders.
Not before, on Christmas. But yet, we always want to put these teams ahead. I'm like, okay, that's all it is. I mean, all it is more bulletin board material you're putting up there for Pat or Nick or whoever you want to call it is. I'm like, okay, same script, different day. Like, all right. We should be used to this as fans now. I stopped responding to that mess. I'm like, okay, just put the notepad and be done.
Yeah, you see the landscape of the AFC, man. It's like you're not really impressed. It's like, you look at the Ravens. Yeah, the Ravens always. I tweeted this out last night. They always look like world beaters in the regular season. Like they offense always rolling. Lamar always looks like MVP Lamar. He always does this in the regular season. What else is new? Like they be saying this like, oh my God, this is brand new. No, he always has a game where he has 4 or 5 touchdowns. And everybody's high-fiving and laughing and whatever. You better not be laughing about the defense because Baker Mayfield, he had hit some of his keys, they probably would have won that game or at least been in that game.
Had Mike and I got hurt earlier too. I'll say that
too.
That had a huge impact in the game.
The first interception he threw in the corner of the end zone, the running back was wide open right there.
Yeah, I saw that too, but I don't even think he saw initially. Just being honest,
he didn't see because Marlon was kind of ducked down, but still, and he just boom hit the running back. Running back turned right around, was wide open. Then when he ran, Otton, whatever his name is, he was wide open. He came across the middle and was wide open. I'm like, dude, what is he looking at? What is he throwing it to? And then the other interception, he threw another bad one. I was like, all right, Baker, you over there shaving points, man.
That's what.
Did Vegas call you?
Might be.
I mean, even after that game,
you had a wild night with Bruno Mars. Don't just chill out.
If you're a Chiefs fan, you're watching that game for a couple of reasons. One, to watch the competition, see how they're doing. But now, I mean, even just kind of looking forward because in 2 weeks they got to deal with them at home. Now, most likely, I don't see Mike Evans being in that game with a hamstring with that. So when you aggravate them things in the middle of a game, that's usually multiple weeks. So that's probably, and then Godwin, man, that sucks for him. Pray for speed recovery, but that's just now at this point is too.
So he got hurt last night.
Godwin. Roquan Smith tackled him and kind of did a hip drop on his leg and it dislocated his ankle.
43 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, and they were down by 10 at the time. So he got hurt. And then earlier in the game, Evans got hurt and he had caught the touchdown, but he dropped it and his hamstring looked like it popped because you could tell that because his leg kind of hit a dead spot. Yeah, his leg hit that dead spot and then right when he hit that, you could tell he rolled over and grabbed his leg. I was like, yeah, he's done. He's done. So we probably won't see those wide receivers in 2 weeks. It'll probably be Trey Palmer and who that Jalen Millen and all them dudes. So,
if they don't make an acquisition, they're going to have to. I
can see them going to get Mike Williams from the Jets. He can kind of fill that Mike Evans role.
I can see that. They're going.
Aaron Rodgers don't like him no more, so might as well go get him. But like I said, the AFC, man, it's not scary. You see the Texans, they don't look right. Like CJ Stroud without Nico Collins doesn't look right. Now, by the time we play them, Nico Collins will probably be back. But still, even with Nico Collins, it was just like it was a struggle for them. Like, it just didn't, they didn't look like the juggernaut that everybody thought they was going to be on paper. You know what I'm saying? The Bengals are the Bengals. They don't look right at all. Offensively, the past 2 weeks, offensively, they have not looked right at all. They should have probably lost to the Giants. Before Deshaun Watson got hurt, he was probably playing his best game that he played all season. And on that drive that he got hurt, they probably was about to score. So
that's the second year that's happened where he's played his best game, then all of a sudden,
and he got hurt. Yeah, it
and
happened last year.
And on a side note, shame on you, Cleveland. Shame on y'all. I don't care what somebody doing off the field. You don't do that. Seriously. We put your stuff. We put your stuff on the screen and everything. Ain't nobody gonna be happy with you either. Let's call it for what it is.
If Deshaun Watson was playing at an MVP level, that crowd would not have did that. They would have been boo-hooing and crying.
Mm-hmm.
If he was playing at an MVP level, they would not have been happy. So I don't want to hear that. Because when he first got there and he came out the tunnel, they cheered for him. So that had nothing to do with his off the field stuff. That was on the field. Oh, Deshaun Watson is bad. He's terrible. Finally, he's off our team. That's what that was. It had nothing to do with his off the field stuff. Like I said, if he was balling and they was Super Bowl contenders, they wouldn't be doing that. They'd be like, oh. They be crying. You saw all kinds of Cleveland fans hugging each other and crying.
They was putting more effort in them boos, and the boos that the bullpen should have gotten in the ALCS. It was that bad. I'm like, are y'all serious? Like, whatever. That's why y'all Cleveland. Nothing good come out of Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing good. Cincinnati, Cleveland. Well, I mean.
LeBron James.
Akron.
It's Ohio. He said Ohio. He ain't say Pacific. He just said Ohio.
Jason Travis, yeah.
You know, hey, yeah, Kelsey, you know, come on out. It's a few things that come out of Ohio that's good, you know.
Until they screwed up. What's shame on them? But it's just even so.
But like I said, the AFC is not scary right now. It's really not. And
look at the standings though. Even so, I mean, you look at the West. Let me go here and everything. You look at the West. The Chiefs, they got a 3-game lead, and if you're talking about the Chargers, really a 4-game lead already. This thing could be wrapped up by.
Just go ahead and print them shirts. Go and print them AFC West champion shirts up right now. Go and send them to Clark right now.
AFC West champs again.
We can put them on right now. We want to go give them shirts.
Just put AFC West champs again and again and again and again.
What are we doing here? Them shirts should be printed up now.
Pretty bad.
And
the Raiders is bad. Chargers, they lost last night. They need a wide receiver. That's what they need. They need a wide receiver.
That was a boring game.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
Oh my goodness. That was
terrible.
Game.
Justin Herbert, I kind of feel bad for dude. He just sitting on the sideline like, God damn.
Well, if you saw, but did you see the start of it though? At least the first quarter or something like that. It was dude had the touchdown and then just
Jalen Rager, yeah, him.
I'm like, well, that's 7-3.
And then Philly,
and then the defensive tackle.
Hold on, let me ask you something. So, who did what in Philly, Chris?
Dropped the ball, Jalen Rager.
Oh, so if they drop the ball one place, those tendencies carry over, don't they?
Nope, because the other person is catching the ball in Carolina.
All right, man.
I knew exactly where you was going.
I see what you're trying to do. It didn't work, Clarence.
Well, it did. I mean, the truth is the truth.
Yeah, he was dropping the ball in Pittsburgh.
It's easy to catch a pass from Andy Dalton and what's that boy named? Bryce Young?
Yeah.
It's easy to catch those passes. There's no expectation.
There's no expectation. Oh, that's what it is. There was no expectation with Pittsburgh with a broken down Big Ben.
Oh, they was going to the playoffs.
Yeah, getting knocked off.
By who? Who they lose to? The Chiefs. Okay, then. So at least he had to pencil that in every year in Pittsburgh. Well, he got to pencil in Carolina. Not shit. It's easy to go down there and put up some numbers. You ain't working for nothing.
You ain't working for nothing.
You ain't working for nothing, man. Bring his ass to Arrowhead and watch him drop a pass. Then you be like, see, man, that's what I'm talking about, man. I ain't just it.
I don't.
Deontay Johnson or Sky Moore.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson over Sky Moore. Yeah, easily. Elder Barge can't catch. But look here. But look here. I don't know why the hell everybody want Deontay Johnson. Like, what he done showed y'all to make y'all say, oh, he's the savior.
I ain't saying he's the savior, but I know he can get open on his own.
I don't see that.
He can catch the ball, Chris.
Yeah, he's catching the ball in Carolina. If he's gonna drop it, he's gonna drop it.
From Andy Dalton and Bryce Young.
But if
it's easy to do that shit. Who watching the game in Carolina? That's like practice. Ain't nobody at them damn games. You can buy two tickets at a 2-piece at the gas station in Carolina right now to go watch them play, man. Ain't nobody trying to see that bullshit.
They're giving them away. That's how bad it is.
Okay. Let me tell you. Okay. The boy that Philly got from the Jets, what's his name? Huff. Mm-hmm. Go look at his sacks. And you tell me, after you go look at them sacks, how many of those was him pulling some Micah Parsons kind of shit? Go ahead. What you're going to see is somebody getting second chance opportunities and jumping on the pile and all this shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Deontay Johnson ain't it, man. What do I know? I'm setting hell up.
He's better than Justin Watson. He's better than Sky Moore.
I'm listening.
He's better than Juju right now.
How could Juju got a bad hamstring? It's time blue.
And still, he's better than him. He'd be the best receiver we got right now.
I sure hope they go and get a wide receiver, man.
You want Darius Slayton instead?
No. Hell no.
You want Darius Slayton? Big game Slayton?
That boy ain't no big game nothing. That boy is a disappointment too.
Look,
if you got to pick between the two, then yes, Deontay. If those are your options, and they tell you how bad it is in the league, if the only two options for quality, 3 options that you got for quality is Deontay Johnson, Darius Slayton, and DeMarcus, or what's his name? Marcus Robinson. Mm-hmm. Man, listen.
They right now they trying to push Cooper Kupp on us.
That's the. I
mean, nobody want Cooper Kupp old ass.
He's too injury prone, man. He hurt too much. What we gonna trade for him to put him on the IR?
The Rams are really interested in getting rid of Cooper Kupp?
Yeah. That's the word. That's the word.
Wow. Well, why didn't you let Matt Stafford go then?
It's them, the Steelers, and one other team that are making a run for him. Apparently.
Now look, if they get him, whatever. But I don't see it because, first of all, like you said, Clarence, he old. He 31. You know, Brett Veach don't like old niggas. He don't like old.
He shouldn't have. I'm gonna shut up.
He don't like old. People think Juju old. Juju only 27.
Yeah.
That's why when they talk about he calling him Unc, I'm like, what? He ain't even Unc age. You gotta be in your 30s to be an Unc.
He must be the oldest in that room, though.
He probably is. He is. He's the oldest.
How does Justin Watson know?
Oh no, you're right. I think Justin Watson is older than him.
Justin Watson look like he's 46.
He about 28, 29.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm putting this in perspective here. Baker Mayfield. No, Deontay. Never mind. He wasn't there yet. I could see Deontay down in Tampa. Before that, I could see that realistically, because especially with Godwin being out, and then now you got that situation. I see them.
He's gonna do the same shit that he did in Pittsburgh.
He probably might, but I don't know.
He's gonna do the same shit. When there's expectation and you plan for something,
there's a stat out there.
So it don't.
There's a stat out there.
Who give a damn about them stats?
Listen to me.
Ooh, Chris, you gotta be ashamed of yourself, man.
He has the lowest drop rate since 2021. Deontay Johnson is not going to him dropping the football is false. He's had the lowest drop rate.
Okay.
I'm gonna
ask you this. Let me ask you this. So he had the lowest drop rate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the drops that he had were at what point in time in the game? Come on now, Chris. How many damn games he got to lose for they matter?
He's not gonna drop the ball, man.
Okay. When the lights get bright, some people can't play.
How many bright lights did he play?
Okay. We grown here. We grown. You know, when you was younger and you go out with a girl that you really want to go out with, you get all excited on the date, and she talking shit to you and telling you what's gonna happen after y'all go from the restaurant and everything. And for a second there, you like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get on the jug machine, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying with Deontay Johnson, man. Come on now, listen. He do well with a 4 or a 5, a mid or below. Remember mid for the summer. Anyway.
All right, here's the detail.
4 or below. But anytime them lights get bright, man, he gonna drop the ball. I'm just okay.
We'll
MVS style.
Yeah, he gonna pull an MVS.
Nah, don't do that to him. Do not put Poon Shiesty on him.
Meanwhile, Cooper Kupp, the Rams are seeking a second round pick and are willing to take on the contract, majority of his contract.
You ain't getting no 2. You ain't getting no 2. You can get this Tennessee 3rd, maybe.
That's what they're asking for.
You ain't getting no 2. He let him go to San Francisco.
I don't think
they're not gonna let him go to San Francisco.
Let him go to Pittsburgh then. Let him and Russell Wilson be friends.
I don't even know Pittsburgh.
So George Pickens can cuss him out for not throwing him the football.
I don't even know Pittsburgh need to make that move. To be honest with you, I don't see it.
They
just gonna find where they at.
Yeah, they are. Especially if Najee gonna keep running the football like he ran.
Mm-hmm. I mean, find where they at, man.
But I'm not. I'm not going to sit there and solely grade it on one game. Obviously, with Russ returning, because he did look sharp watching them play in that game. So maybe you got to wait, see how it looks on the road and all that stuff in the upcoming games and see how that looks.
They ain't finna let Russ do that every week.
No,
they ain't finna do that.
No, just one.
And a lot of them balls was like throw it up in the air and see what happens type stuff.
Yeah. They ain't finna let Russ do that every week.
But that's his game, though. That's his game. He throw that good old moon ball. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
George Pickens that's his specialty.
Mm-hmm.
What's Deontay Johnson's specialty?
Catching the football and scoring touchdowns.
Catching the ball from who?
It's gonna be from Patrick Mahomes.
Who he catching the ball from, Chris?
Right now, he catching it from a broke down Andy Dalton.
Oh, he broke down, huh?
Andy Dalton been broke down. Let's not do that. Andy been broke down. He done. He's cooked food.
I'm just asking, man.
After this year, he gonna be right next to Matt Ryan talking food.
On CBS. Scoot over.
Yeah. We don't even want him there.
He'll be right next to him talking football. That's what he gonna be doing.
Don't even want him there.
ESPN, wherever. He gonna be talking football with Stephen A. Smith or whatever.
Don't want him there
breaking
either.
it down. He gonna be with Dan Orlowski. Yeah, you see this over here.
Yeah.
Nah. He like a Saturday college football kind of guy.
Whatever. You talking Oklahoma State football while they train.
Right. Go back and call TCU games. We're good.
Whatever.
We good.
All right, man. Let's talk about this defense, man. All right, man. Don't be cheering for him when he scored touchdowns. Right? Don't be cheering for him when he's scoring touchdowns.
You know where I ain't.
I want you to keep that same energy for Deontay Johnson. We scored a game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl for us. I want you to keep that same energy. I don't want you to be happy.
Patrick threw a great ball. That's what I'm gonna say.
He catch it.
And listen, that wasn't him. That was all God. He ain't had nothing to do with that. God did that.
Oh,
Deontay ain't catch nothing at a pivotal point. He had an out of body. That wasn't
out of body experience. He had an out of body experience.
He ain't do that. I'm just telling you, man. I watched him do it. Wide open on a comeback route to pick up a first down, and he dropped the ball 3 times.
Was that with Big Ben?
Okay. Yeah.
See, that was a couple seasons ago. That wasn't recent though.
Who is quarterback since then, Chris?
Mason Rudolph and Mitchell Trubisky.
Cody Pickett. What's his name?
Kenny Pickett. And Mitchell Trubisky. Cody Pickett. Sound like a Disney actor.
That list is bad.
He ain't caught ball from nobody important.
That list is bad.
He's nowhere where the game been on the line.
It was the corpse of Big Ben, whatever was left of him.
Man, listen.
Mitchell
it was
Trubisky.
A very simple offense back then in Pittsburgh.
Mason
and he was
Rudolph.
Supposed to be the guy.
He was the guy.
Yeah, to drop a damn pass. Why do you think Pittsburgh got rid of him?
Because he was talking too much, and they couldn't have him and George Pickens talking.
Oh, he talked too much. So you want his ass to come to Kansas City?
Because he'll fly right. Andy don't play that shit.
Oh, he gonna fly right in Kansas City. He ain't had to fly right for Mike Tomlin though.
Mm-mm. Did you see have you heard of Antonio Pierce? Brown.
And what happened to Antonio?
Oh God!
It took about years for them finally to ship him.
Okay, okay, I give you that, but compare the numbers of Antonio Brown to that of Deontay Johnson.
Yes, of course. I'm not comparing the player. I'm just saying. You said Mike
okay, then. So if you got Antonio, Le'Veon Bell, and Big Ben in that offense, or you got Big Ben, a young Najee, I don't even think Najee's in the league yet, and Deontay Johnson.
You're selling it like as if Big Ben was Big Ben. He couldn't throw it past 5 yards.
And Deontay couldn't catch it past -1.
That's not true. That's not true. It's not true, man.
That didn't happen that year.
That 1 year. You gonna kill him for 1 year?
Against Baltimore. In Baltimore. He didn't drop that pass.
You gonna kill him for 1 year. We're gonna kill him for 1 year.
Who he played with, or what game was of great magnitude that he made a play in since then?
It don't matter, Clarence.
Why
as long as he catches the ball.
So let his ass come to Kansas City, and then they got to play Buffalo. And
Kansas
City's down. Hold on, Kansas City down 27-23. Patrick Mahomes throws the beautifulest football, and it goes straight to Deontay Johnson's hands, and he dropped. What you gonna say then, Chris? See, man, that's what the bullshit I be talking about, man.
He should have caught the damn ball, but still.
All right, okay.
But he gonna catch it because he's not MVS.
They won the same. It's just like Cody and Kenny.
Oh no, we're not doing that. We're not. Deontay Johnson is not no damn.
What's the difference between Cody and Kenny Pickett?
You silly.
What's the difference? That's what I want to know. Ain't they the same? So what's the difference between MVS and Deontay Johnson? Don't worry, I'll wait.
One better. 10 times better. One just benefited from being on a good team and got a couple Super Bowls.
You gotta be ashamed of yourself, man.
You think Deontay Johnson is equal to MVS?
Yeah, I do.
No, we not doing.
Why? Because you just going off of numbers. No, put the numbers aside. Because if we going off numbers, and Patrick Mahomes has regressed according to the numbers.
I mean, right? I'm talking about eye test. I've seen the eye test.
Where your glass at? Speaking of,
I don't need them because they're for far distances. I'm not looking from you far.
You was looking at the damn Deontay Johnson from a far distance. You slide that TV up to you scoot on up to the TV. Maybe you look your grandma, get your ass back from that TV before you go blind. You sit your ass up in front of that TV, Chris.
So what receiver would you want, Claire?
Honestly,
like realistically, who would you want?
Okay, be realistic. what is out there that they don't already have?
You got your speed guy and Xavier Worthy.
They need. I mean,
When
realistically,
when Juju is healthy, he's the pseudo Rasheed Rice role.
How many capable tight ends do you have?
Yeah, Travis, you got Noah. Jody, when he gets a little bit more acclimated. I think Jared Wiley, I think he's kind of a wash. I think he's like, this is red shirt year for Jared Wiley.
And what else you got? You got Kareem.
You got Kareem Hunt. You got P. Ryan.
And you got
Pacheco's gonna be coming back soon.
Yeah.
The CEH is going to be coming back to contribute in one way or another, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, on the
sideline. I don't know about him.
Okay.
Giving out Gatorade cups.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so
they need a short or intermediate route kind of person. That's what they need. They don't need a deep threat.
No,
and it's not on the team already.
Mm-hmm.
We need bodies, bro. It's more so depth. That's what we need. Because you see with Juju, we don't know if Juju gonna last to the playoffs.
That was my point. That was my point 2 weeks ago. Even so, it was like
even with Travis. Like I love Travis, but Travis getting older, man. Every time he gets,
so you need bodies.
Why
you going to get Deontay Johnson?
I mean, why not raise the floor, man?
Raise what floor?
The floor of the room. Because the floor right now is
So raising the floor. So Deontay Johnson's a damn leader too now, huh? Oh, Chris, you have to shame yourself.
Look, man. Unless you want to just ride with what we got, get Nico Remigio and Justin Ross, and let's go. Let's go get this Super Bowl. That's what you want to do.
Who's beating them right now?
I don't think that's not even a bright idea either, because like I said, you about another receiver. I mean, I literally alluded to this point 2 weeks ago. I said that with the current core they had and everything, if Juju go down, they in trouble. They need to get some more depth. And what happened? Juju got hurt, and now you're talking about multiple weeks. Who do they go after?
Unless Xavier Worthy does a Rasheed Rice and takes that step, or they continue to open up the playbook for this kid. Because look, he could have had some catches in that San Francisco game. Let's not deny that. If he didn't fall on that route that Lenore took picked the ball off, he possibly could have had a catch there. If Mahomes doesn't miss him down the field, he probably has a catch there. It's probably you probably could look on all 22 and see Xavier Worthy open on a few plays.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Go ahead.
Y'all want the top 10 offense?
No, we just want an offense that can move the ball.
Do they not move the ball already?
They do, but they don't.
Okay.
No, I know what they need. Okay. They need a receiver that can actually be a threat in the red zone. That's been one of the biggest issues for the last couple of years.
Well, they damn sure don't need to go out and buy that.
Their ranks in the red zone. Their ranks in the red zone are crap.
But you got, but don't you have that there? Like, have you not seen Jody Fortson in the red zone?
Well, I'll wait till
is Wiley.
Is
Wiley dog shit?
I'll wait till it's consistent, Clarence,
because Andy Reid is never going to run that play.
Get it then, right? So go and get Deontay Johnson or Darius Slayton for the red zone.
Mm-hmm. I ain't say them names now, but I'm just saying they need to get somebody in the red zone.
Who you gonna get then?
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Who you go? No, ain't no we see. Who?
I'm with it.
Who else we gonna get?
With it.
If Deontay or Darius off the table, who else is there?
I mean,
we're going to be getting Cooper Kupp.
Demarcus Robinson is somebody who they can trust. And somebody
Demarcus Robinson
in the red zone.
So it actually makes sense.
He a red zone threat.
He can run a fade.
He knows it. He could.
He can run a fade. He's done it before.
But they need somebody for the red zone.
And he knows the offense. He knows where to be with Pat. Him and Pat did have symmetry. The only problem with Demarcus Robinson is he just kept running backwards.
Because
I don't mean. Here's what I don't understand. So it's week 6, week 7. You need to be playing your best football around week 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So why is there this era of panic.
It's not panic.
When they played the most football of any team, there's nothing that they haven't seen. And you go across the league, and there's maybe one, maybe two teams that aren't afraid to be on that stage against them and possibly beat them.
I don't even think it's panic. I mean, realistically, when we know what's coming, I mean, do you want to see
What's coming?
Do they want to see a typical red zone? Or you want to see a decent red zone that's offense that's consistent, or you want to see Carson Wentz run out there like you saw last week?
You want to see Andy put Carson Wentz on the center, have Patrick Mahomes go in motion with Travis Kelce in the backfield.
So they've always been efficient in the red zone?
No.
2022 they were.
Okay, so
the last 2 years.
How many Super Bowls have they won since then without being efficient in the red zone? How many Super Bowls have they been to? How many Super Bowls have they won without being efficient in the red zone?
I get all that, Clarence.
I get it too.
We're not denying that, but mine is more so depth.
You just want Deontay Damn Johnson. That's all. That fucker can't catch.
Yes, he can, dude. He can't catch.
Okay. Don't let him sell you on this shit, Mark. Don't do it.
Look, I didn't say Deontay would be my number one pick at all. But I mean, my only concern is depth. That's my biggest concern because now we're down to what Worthy is the number one receiver going into this week.
Number one wide receiver because they don't even throw it to Justin Watson was in the wheelhouse. He's in the Patrick Mahomes circle of trust, and they don't even throw him the ball no more.
So you got Worthy.
I don't even trust that dude no more. That tells you something.
You got Worthy.
You want to know what the Chiefs are thinking? They'll tell you on Sundays.
So you got Worthy.
I don't trust him. I don't trust number 84.
Hardman.
I ain't throwing him the ball.
Sky Moore.
Sky don't count. Leave Sky out of the damn conversation. Sky just get on the field because somebody had to go take a piss.
They try to do that, and they even with Sky, they say
hurry up, go pee, will you?
Even on Sunday, they was like, "We're gonna give you one more chance, son."
And what'd he do? I seen it.
he thought he caught that thing too.
He knew damn well he didn't catch that shit.
He thought he caught it.
What? The boy got there lying his ass off.
Yeah. The only action that he got was an altercation that had not been filmed or whatever that was occurring in the middle of the field after the game. That was the only action he had.
Just he's a San Francisco player said, "Boy, you trash."
Yeah, the boys need to go home.
Yeah, go home and stay home.
He must got pictures on Andy, or Nagy, or Mahomes, Kelce, something.
They feel sorry for Drake.
Because it can't just be like, oh, he's a second round pick. Like that dead, man.
Yeah, I just can't. I don't see the value of it.
I had to go to the bathroom.
He's terrible.
They got to. I just don't see what you do. I don't. They got to make a move for depth wise. That's the only thing.
Well, today's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Today is the league's off day, so today would be the day to bring somebody in.
If it ain't today, it's gonna be next week. If they don't do it next week, then they ain't making no move.
The only move they made today was a practice squad move. That was the only move they made today.
Yeah, because Cleveland needs a quarterback, and they got Bailey Zappi. We can sign Chris Olendoku.
Cleveland.
See, they ain't worried about that wide receiver room, man.
Chris Alenconde.
Okay,
Oladokin.
Do y'all think there's real panic in that building over the wide receiver room?
No, because they're 2-time Super Bowl or 3-time Super Bowl champions, but still they won Super Bowl, so of course there's no panic. And I'm not panicked. I'm not sitting there saying,
you think Pat walking by the coaches meeting like, sure wish I had somebody else I throw the ball to.
He might not be like that, but he might make mention to it. Like, hey, man, this wide receiver room get a little thin up in here.
You think so?
How many times you gonna draw this playbook up from Sky Moore?
But if you go and get a guy, history has shown with this too, like to pick up this offense and to be ready to go, dog. Like Pat got to trust you in order for you to get them opportunities, right?
Well,
It's-
the thing about this, they're gonna give them the opportunity to show that.
But even so, I mean,
Deontay Johnson's gonna get that gift, Oprah. Hell no!
Wide open down the field. When he catches that touchdown, I'm tagging you in it. I'm tagging you in, Clarence.
Be like, look at God, won't he do it? Yes, he will.
50 and 2 touchdowns.
God is good all the time.
But even so, here's my thing about it. I'm looking ahead.
He getting on 2 touchdowns, Chris. You crazy?
I'm looking ahead though, and we can kind of compare receiving core as far as their health and all the other stuff. With the current active receivers
in the playoffs, he still sucks. Go ahead.
With the active, I mean, the only 2 games I'm looking at right now. I mean, let's look at the next 4. The Raiders. I mean, I ain't really concerned about the Bucks. I ain't really concerned about that. But then you play the Broncos and the Bills back to back. The Broncos got a pretty decent defense.
Their defense is always good, but Vance Joseph is actually a decent defense coordinator. But
they're going to need to get an acquisition of depth somewhere before that game. They're going to have to.
I ain't scared of no Bo Nix.
Why? Why over these next 4 games? What is it about these next 4 games that they haven't been through already? You done got your ass smacked by Buffalo at home and still went to the Super Bowl. Got blown out.
But the chances of coming out
your ass every year.
But even so,
you know how to take an ass whooping like a man because you just got your ass kicked by Buffalo. Buffalo just kicking your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't shit that they ain't did before. There's no reason to be worried.
I actually have a theory that we beat them this year.
It's one. I mean, yeah,
Chris.
They've been there before, but injuries though, ain't nobody. Oh, crazy!
I'm listening, boy. Go ahead, man.
But ain't nobody exempt to injury. Of course, you don't want nobody getting hurt and all that other stuff. The only thing that make me nervous is looking at that schedule late in the season where they go 3-10, and you are just hoping, you just knocking on wood that nobody gets hurt because there's less recovery time. All that stuff plays into a factor, and we just hoping that no other receivers get hurt, and hopefully no other corners get hurt. Because that whole Jalen Watson situation, I think they'll be fine, but I think they'll have more than enough reps to do it. But these receivers, though, they keep taking more blows and everything. They ain't gonna be able to survive that. They can be playing but nothing but practice squad guys at this point. At this rate, because Worthy ain't the biggest person in the world. We saw him get taken out a couple of hours.
I was nervous when he was on that sideline. He was cringing because his leg was hurt. I was like, oh, here we go, this nigga. Here.
Oh boy.
But I would say, I mean, the Chiefs got to make a move, though. It's just more so for depth and everything. I ain't saying it got to be Deontay Johnson. I ain't saying it's got to be
Deontay Johnson.
It's got to be somebody.
People are asking for Deontay. D-Mac is actually doing a day 8 of hoping the Chiefs trade for Deontay Johnson.
Ain't that sad?
You
gotta be ashamed of yourself. Every time I see it, I just keep on scrolling. Hey, boy, don't. Sit down.
Shout out to D-Mac.
Sit down. Nobody want no damn Deontay but you and Chris.
There's a lot of people. A lot of us want Deontay, man.
I get this. I get the cause for concern. I do. But we knew this going into it.
But
we knew it.
No, we didn't know because we thought Rashid Rice, Hollywood Brown. But
we said the biggest thing to cost them is injury, right? Mm-hmm. But when you look at, especially the injuries on offense, you get those guys back at good times. Once you get through this grindy part of the middle of October and November, then it's time to start ramping up to get ready for the postseason. And you start to get those guys back slowly.
Look, if you could tell me that somehow, some way Hollywood is coming back,
I think there's a shot.
I think he'll be back.
Then
I think he'll be back.
I'm encouraged.
I think there's a shot, man.
If he can come back by December,
especially if you said by what next Tuesday is next Tuesday the deadline, especially if they don't make a move, then that tells you that they encourage that he's potentially coming back.
I think he'll be back. That's what I believe.
If he's coming back, then I'm encouraged.
And he might be back earlier than what they anticipated.
And then of course before
because
that,
Reek came back early for his injury. He had the same injury, but people's bodies are built differently.
And Pop is walking on a treadmill.
Yeah, he'll be
I
back.
can't wait for that. Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt in the backfield.
Yeah.
Who wants to tackle that backfield?
Yeah.
That's gonna have a lot of teams off balance because it's a change of pace with both players. You got an aggressive runner, a ground killer, literally, another one that just
falls forward. He just falls forward. He just falls forward.
Man, that dude is a tank.
And he gets stronger as the games go on.
Yeah.
The more carries, he's like Derrick Henry. The more carries you give him, he just gets stronger.
He is a tank, man.
And then on a third and short, you can preserve. The thing about it is when you put on a third and short, you could preserve somebody like a Kareem Hunt. Like even on the first turnover, which I said made absolutely no sense. If you had Pop still in there, and then you had that third and short situation, you bring in Kareem Hunt, who's a fresh body, and then you can be able to do that. So they'll have some good balance, and it'll be a good change of pace when they get. It's going to be a nasty combination between those two.
Why can't Andy just dial it up? Put Kareem and Pacheco in the backfield together.
You might see it.
Can make too much sense.
Yeah, because when he does that, he's gonna have freaking Travis Kelce on the center.
No.
Split out wide.
All you got to do is pull some of them Kevin Stefanski plays from when Chubb and Kareem was in the backfield together, and it'll work just the same.
Little Giants annexation of Puerto Rico crap,
because they was killing
Kevin Stefanski. Gonna be like, I knew my play calling was crap. Look at Andy Reid taking my stuff.
Yeah. It's a copycat league.
It is. Just Andy don't like copying other. Well, yes, he do. He be copying stuff from 1947.
Right.
Stanford ran this, and it's like, damn.
Right.
When you got time to look at stuff? 1947.
So like the running back room, they're gonna be just fine though when the Pop gets back though. They'll be just fine. I think that's a lot of people. A lot of teams have feared though. It's like we didn't expect the production that Kareem Hunt had years ago, but I would say he's been a lot more productive thus far than what people expected.
Yeah,
that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah. We shall see. You know what I'm saying? The day is still young, Clarence, for young Deontay Johnson to be.
Listen, I hope you get some good news today, Chris. I really do.
It's gonna be
on this glorious Tuesday. I hope the Chiefs I hope you get a notification on your damn phone and you just jumping up and down, clicking your heels because they made a move for you.
Clarence, if that happens, we're gonna see an emergency pod come across and Chris gonna be on that.
Ain't coming on. He ain't talk shit to me for 45 minutes.
Juju
I got best to do with the rest of my day and sit here and listen to Chris tell me, aha, I was right. I ain't doing that.
Juju Smith-Schuster's hamstring might linger quite wow.
I figured.
Yeah.
I knew it.
That's next team. Damn, they got team odds for Cooper Kupp to leave Los Angeles. Guess who's number one?
Kansas City. I saw that.
Plus 200.
I mean, if they made a move and got Cooper Kupp, that tells you that they believe that they can keep him fresh. And that would be scary.
Supposedly, we got this training staff, so that's what they say. That's not what the grade said on the sheet.
You see the difference in the Chargers. Chargers used to get hit with injuries all the time.
Every day.
Until they revamped and brought in a totally different training staff. And now they stay relatively healthy. With the exception of Bosa, but that's just because he plays so violent. So you can't get around that.
Yeah. We shall see if we get Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
I'll wait till I see it. I'll wait till I see it.
Yeah, me too.
I'll wait.
Country boy, you and Country are like one and the same. Boy.
He see it the way I see it, man. Hell,
Cooper Cup. Trading for Cooper Cup doesn't help you if you're the Chiefs.
it really don't.
I don't know about all that.
Man, because y'all so used to damn Patrick throwing for 5,000 fucking yards a year. Now he's struggling.
I just think more so with Cooper Cup, it's more so of an injury perspective for me. That's my big thing.
Is it our fault that we want to see a clean offensive game?
Man. Listen, there's nothing in the AFC that, well, there's one team, but
who?
I don't think they're mature enough on offense. They're just not mature enough on offense.
Who?
Pittsburgh.
Man,
listen, defensively, they there. But
of course.
Offensively,
they got dogs on the defense.
They not mature enough on offense to beat them. So there's nothing in the AFC that can challenge the Chiefs.
I said people have George Pickens ready to fight.
I said Pittsburgh. I said initially, I said all they needed was an average quarterback. So I already had Pittsburgh in the wild card spot anyway. I said at this
they
point,
might win the North.
You said what?
They might win the North.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Mark called it. He did.
That is a possibility. I mean, I could see that. It's just more so a matter of matchup purposes and everything. Who ends up in that 4 spot?
Baltimore play the Steelers.
Ooh. Usually that's always a good game too to watch, and as long as they both healthy.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Ravens got a bye week. They play the Browns. That's gonna be a fun one. They play them in November, like the week before, 2 weeks before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
That's gonna be a tough matchup though, because the Ravens, they always play the Bengals close the week before, and then they turn around and play the Steelers after that. That could be a trap. I could see the Ravens losing that game. I could see them losing that one.
Mm-hmm. I can see
that
too. Joe Burrow's going to put up like 400 yards on the Ravens.
Yeah, that game was entertaining
because their cornerbacks are not good.
No, so that's gonna be a tough one there.
Nate Wiggins is about to get targeted by 100 times. They gonna put Chase on that side. They gonna put T. Higgins on that side. Boy, it's gonna be bad. All right, man. Let's talk about the defense, man. Do y'all think the defense from last year is better or this year?
That's a tough.
Yeah, don't speak at once, y'all.
That's tough. I mean,
I'll go with this year's.
You think this year's is better because we're better against the run?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've shut down their running backs. I mean, every single game this year. I mean, they practically let them to be non-existent.
Chiefs on the Super Bowl. Yeah, of course, we're gonna win this year. Don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm. Just stay
3-peat
healthy.
season, baby.
Just stay healthy. Yeah, I would say this year.
I tell you this, and Clarence ain't gonna want to hear this because he don't like this type of stuff.
I would say this year.
We beat Buffalo this year.
They might run the table.
I might be over there with Joe on this 17-0. You know what I'm saying? I knew it. I knew I was gonna make it. Turn the camera off.
They could. I mean, I'm not saying they should overlook the Texans now and whatnot, but
no, of course. I'm just saying.
But even so, watching that Texans play Green Bay, something is missing. I mean, they got Mixon back. They got him, and obviously
it's Nico.
Nico disappeared.
It's Nico.
He completely disappeared, or what's his name disappeared? Stroud completely disappeared. I'm like, okay,
Nico. That's his favorite target is Nico Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Diggs is cool. He's doing his thing, but he ain't Nico right now. And Tank Dell, he looked like he's still coming out that injury.
Yeah.
Because him and Tank had a symmetry last year, but this year it's just not clicking for them. And I don't know if it's the injury. I don't know if he's just not getting open. I don't know, but it's not there.
I think it's more so the running back effect, though, because Mixon, though, he is a problem, realistically.
He is. Well, I see you down there shaking your leg, Clarence.
But honestly, though, watching.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what though? What made me put a big, what gave me a good laugh though was Jair Alexander getting in Stephon Diggs' head though.
Man, that
He
ain't
was
hard.
getting to him.
He was Jair. He'll get in your head now.
Okay, I ain't finna keep doing this. Now, if who beat who, then what?
You heard me.
I just
Next
need to
month,
make sure because I'm getting older. Yeah, man. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, man. Scorpio all day.
Yeah. I was still 26.
Me too. Jesus, man. These bones is cracking.
Now going back, Alzheimer's. Now, what'd you say about who do what now?
Why I got to be all?
Oh, man, you be trying to say some slick shit, man.
I told you what I said.
I can't agree with that too. Man, what's wrong with y'all, man?
I said if we beat Buffalo, Joe might have another person on board with him with the undefeated season. I said it. I ain't saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying he might have me on board. The hype train, man.
I would say this though, even not even necessarily being 100% on the board in that too, because the Steelers game, how they deal with that defense, how they deal with another really good defense. That would be the eye test.
Illusions of grandeur, man.
That'd be a good eye test to really see what his offense is going in.
Clarence, could you imagine? Walk with me for a second.
Mm-mm.
Could you imagine, Clarence, if we went undefeated?
Ain't got the right shoes on.
If we went undefeated and we got a 3P and we got a 3P.
Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen.
Nobody could ever say
ain't gonna happen. You keep on dreaming.
Nobody could ever say anything to you in football.
Okay.
Because guess what?
I'm not gonna be a hater.
Hypothetically, even to allude to that would even.
I'm just saying, you keep on dreaming. I'm not. Who am I to piss on your parade? I'm not gonna do it. But at the end of the year,
can't take the P back now.
I might say I told you so a time or two. That's all.
But that'd be a different. That would even be a greater conversation, because not only that, you'd be talking about the whole Brady chase. That would open a whole different kind of can.
Like Clarence, imagine you open every debate and they try to talk shit to you. It's like, but I went undefeated and won the 3P. And you just drop the mic on them, just like that. You can never talk to you ever again.
Ain't gonna happen, man.
Because you're perfection.
Ain't gonna happen.
With a 3P.
It's not gonna happen.
History.
If everything is locked up, if everything's locked up, I don't give a damn how good they are. Andy is not gonna let them do it.
That's all right.
Andy wouldn't let them do it.
Because I got another doozer playing. Carson Wentz playing that last game. I still think we win.
I don't know about that one, realistically, because look, Denver ain't no pushover.
Carson Wentz and Miko Harmon about to go put up numbers.
So Carson Wentz. So it rests on Carson Wentz for them to go undefeated.
In that last game?
I
think personally,
last time Carson Wentz played in a meaningful game, he went to Jacksonville with the Colts, Chris, and lost.
That's the Colts, though. He's getting coached up by Andy.
And he lost.
And Andy Reid, baby. He about to put up McDonald's numbers with Carson Steele and Miko Harmon against Denver.
Well, Denver, interesting team too, though, because I still see a window for them to get in too as well, realistically. Because look, and this is why I said the Jets might be in deeper trouble when people realize. I said they either 7 or they out. but hey, I was the only one that said I wasn't believing Jets. I was no believing the Rodgers. I never was.
Yeah,
and they single-handedly derailed that team.
I was just in the mindset of regular season Rodgers is different from playoff Rodgers.
You're right. But that age,
he's a grumpy old man now. He's a grumpy old man screaming from the porch, talking about what he used to do in his younger years.
We don't care. We don't care.
Cussing at the kids. Garrett Wilson, back in my day.
Doing short retreats and having to rethink about
I
his
was the best
decision where
in the
he
league.
going.
No, you wasn't.
And Green Bay getting,
I'm just waiting in 2 games when Garrett Wilson's like, man, I want to get traded. Get me up out of here, man.
Green Bay getting the last laugh about that whole situation. They basically messed around and created Green Bay East and create a mess.
I'm surprised they ain't signed NBA, so I can just put the final piece. He's the final stone in the gauntlet.
Aaron didn't never like MVS, man. You can trust him.
You say he never liked him?
Yeah, he couldn't trust him.
What's the difference between him and Lazard? What's the difference between him and Lazard?
MVS dropped a lot of passes back then.
So did Lazard.
Lazard did drop a lot of passes.
MVS.
That's true.
MVS wouldn't run block either, man. MVS wouldn't do nothing but run deep routes.
They said he was a good blocker.
Is that why he didn't go to New York? He had an opportunity to go to New York, I'm sure. Is that why he in New Orleans with Spencer Rattler?
He learned. That's no better.
You gotta get a job. You gotta get a job wherever.
Is that why he didn't come back to Kansas City? Because I'm pretty sure there was talks of, hey, y'all want MVS back? No.
Pat was like, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell.
I'm bringing that lazy motherfucker back.
I'm bringing that dude over here.
He lazy.
He gave me the blues between him and Kadarius Toney.
Yeah.
Well, Tony was worse.
I was
Tony
smoking
was worse.
6 cigarettes a day.
Yeah.
No, I don't even smoke.
Yeah, Tony was worse at that situation, though. Point blank, period.
About the same.
Many passes he was dropping, single-handedly, he cost him at least 2-3 games. That was rough. Single-handedly.
MVS cost us the Philly game.
1.
Kadarius cost us the Detroit game, the Bills game. They had had it with him when he fumbled in the New England game.
He dropped the pass, but they won that and won those games, but they ended up winning it. But he was mad.
MVS was there should have been a pass interference call in the Green Bay game, but the referee was like, "Nigga, you wasn't gonna catch that pass anyway, so I ain't throwing this flag."
Well, Green Bay, that was their worst game last year. Period.
The ref was like, "I ain't about to waste this flag on MVS."
That was their worst game.
All right, fellas. We're going to keep this short and sweet. It's Raiders week. We already know what this is. It's about to be yawn fest. You think they put it on them this week?
I don't even know. You want them to, but I don't know. My only concern is Crosby. That's the only thing. Keep him upright.
Well, he's going to be over there on Juwan. No, they probably move him around, put him over there on one game. So, chip hip. Get the chips out. Because if you don't, what's they gonna be running for his life?
Does Kelsey get a touchdown this week?
Next live stream time. We'll let you know. Hopefully. It's the Raiders, We need a good Travis game. Travis usually does good against the Raiders.
That's how much I've been paying attention to the Raiders. Somebody came and asked me, "You watch the Raiders?" I'm like, "I want to watch them fools."
42-10. And the only thing the Raiders got is Brock Bowers. That's it.
And then Minshew starting.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be your boy.
Ooh.
No,
Desmond Ritter.
Oh, God. Then the defense will have 21 by themselves.
Maybe we get a Trent McDuffie pick. I just at this point, I think Trent McDuffie don't want no picks, man.
Ritter is awful. That's how you know if anybody signed him, you clearly don't know what you're doing.
No, they tanking the season, man. They tanking for Shador, man.
That part.
They tanking for Shador.
Yep. Most definitely.
That is what they doing. Right on, Sam. Shoot. And if they don't get Shador, they tanking for Cam Ward. Either one of them, they tanking for.
I take Cam Ward, but
I like Cam Ward too. I think Shador is nice, but I like Cam Ward too. I think Cam Ward is nice. I like Cam Ward because no matter the situation, dude is the same. He's even killed. They up, he's even killed. They down, even killed. He's the same way in the body. He's just nothing affects him. He's just the same. Man. He is, and his ball plays. His accuracy is crazy. Like that dude can throw. He could throw that football. If it wasn't for the Ashton Genty kid running the football the way he's running, Cam Ward would be in the league for Heisman right now. And he's got the games to show it because he had like the last 3 games, he had to pull the offense out of that and win the game.
Yeah, for real.
So I like Cam Ward too. I just think Shador he's got the name. You know what I'm saying? But Shador is nice too because he don't get rattled either. That's what I like about Shador too. He don't get rattled either.
I mean, he getting trained how to deal with the hate and criticism in Colorado, so he got tough skin.
And I mean, you can argue if all three of his wide receivers didn't go down, they probably would have won that Kansas State game. They probably would have won that game if Travis didn't go down. They almost still won. So, but yeah, it's Raiders week, and this is going to be. I think this is going to be one of them comfortable games. 28 to like 10 type game.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just one of them. Just enough just to win. Let's get up out of here, man.
Yeah. Second consecutive road game. Yeah, I can see that.
Just like, man, let's just get this win and go home, man.
Well, actually, I got to be a field goal in there somewhere, so I'm going to say 27.
Yeah, just, enough. Like in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Raiders get one on us, and then it just goes down here from there. You know what I'm saying? Brock Bowers looks like vintage Travis Kelce out there, and he's just running all over. The next thing you know, we just locked that shit down. And Pat just has a nice, comfortable, clean game. 220, a couple touchdowns, Kareem Hunt by 60, 70 yards, touchdown. One of them games.
At this point, he'll throw his senseless pick somewhere in there.
Now, if they come out there and they just like, we about to beat the dog shit out of y'all. if we get Patrick Mahomes' eyes red, bloodshot red, we about to dog walk him. It might be worse, 56 to 10.
Right.
But we'll see. Maybe we're getting an Xavier Worthy deep touchdown.
Maybe. Caught sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Caught sleeping. Caught sleeping. It's gonna be
who they got in their secondary right now? Jack Jones, that's it, right?
Who cares?
His name Jack Jones. The corner, the one that picked Pat off at Christmas.
Yeah, Jack Jones was the dude that was a heavyweight champ on Harlem Nights.
I think that's his name too. Or John Jones, whatever the dude name is. The dude that picked Pat off on Christmas.
Who cares?
And Pat stared down Watson, even though Watson didn't.
I took a nap that day. I wasn't watching that game.
They could be walking L for all I care.
That's exactly all they got is Max Crosby on the defense. Christian Wilkins is out because Christian Wilkins is out. Oh, yeah, because you think he's going to get traded?
Yeah, man, Max ain't going to sit there and deal with this shit.
No.
You think go to Detroit?
You don't deserve to. Yeah, let him go home. You don't deserve this, man.
If Detroit is smart, he'll go trade for him.
Yeah.
Give up that first round pick, man.
Yeah, he's worth it.
He's better than what you're going to get in the draft, especially where you're going to be picking.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, it's going to be a trick play. Don't even worry about it. It's the Raiders.
It's either that or a double move. So that's what's going to happen. But I mean, somebody got to make a move in that North division, though, in the NFC North, because I mean, from top to bottom, that's crazy. I'm saying top to bottom in the NFC North, they're actually doing pretty good.
Oh, that division is nasty.
But I'm still sticking with Austin.
I think the Lions will win that division, but it's gonna come down to the wire.
Yeah,
it's definitely gonna come down to the wire. The Vikings are still in there.
I don't know. I'm still going with Green Bay. Green Bay got going.
I picked Green Bay to win that division. I did pick Green Bay to win that division. My thing is, I love Jordan Love, but boy, you gotta take the good with the bad with Jordan.
Look, I don't know. I just feel
give you 3 touchdowns. He's gonna give you three picks too. He might challenge Jameis Winston for 30 for 30.
Look,
30.
Look, this is a Chiefs podcast and everything. We all know that we all said basically got the Chiefs to 3-peat. It makes too much sense for them to have to go through Green Bay to the Super Bowl, the team that they lost to and basically got embarrassed by last year. I could see that very much happen.
Personally, I want Detroit because I want my league back. That's bullshit. Darius Tony lost that game. Y'all didn't beat us.
I think they need to get back against Green Bay. That's what they need to do.
Don't worry about no damn Green Bay. Fuck Green Bay.
I don't know. They don't make a move.
I want Detroit because I'm tired. Look, we did the San Francisco thing. That's old news. Get them out of the way.
I don't know.
Get them out of the way. We did that before. Philly, man. We did that one too. I want that one.
If Detroit don't do something with the D line, don't give me they offense though. They set though, but their D line though when they lost Hutch.
I told you the offense that Detroit is what San Francisco was.
Yeah, just younger.
Yeah, just younger. That's all. That's everything. You got your Jameson Williams. He's Brandon Ayuk.
If he can stay off suspension.
Yeah, no, right? They're juicing. You got pop for gambling. Now you're juicing. What you got going over there, man? Doing all kinds of illegal shit over there. I remember everybody wanted to draft that kid. Why is all the bad apples we wanted to draft? We wanted Pickens, we wanted Williams.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now look at them. We'd have been mad as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all sold us a lemon. No. But both of them would be way more productive than Sky Moore.
I mean, a ball boy more productive than Sky Moore at this point.
You know how bad Sky Moore is?
Who cares? We just know it's bad.
Wanye Morris has more touchdowns than Sky Moore.
More catches.
More catches, too.
And more yards.
That's sad. That's awful. Bums.
Xavier Worthy has more career. That
is true. That is true.
Why is this man on our team? If y'all don't ship him to the St. Louis Battle Hawks, can we trade to the UFL?
Battle Hawks.
Can we trade to the UFL?
Yeah, we changed, man.
Trade out to the Battle Hawks. The Battle Hawks. How'd y'all do that? Man, we made a deal. Boy. We made a deal.
We ain't asked for shit back.
Clark gets a percentage stake in the organization. Hey, man. Good luck.
Here's your shit.
Hope you win a championship over there.
Oh, man.
Because, he's not good. I'm starting. I think the Breland Speaks draft pick is better than Sky Moore.
Yeah, it was.
Everybody used to kill Beach for that pick.
A point of no return. That's the way I felt about it. So.
Oh well. All right, fellas. Like we talked about everything we need to talk about. The Chiefs are 6-0. About to be 7-0. Might be 8-0 because Tampa Bay ain't got no offensive weapons right now. And the
One
way
in the
Baker Mayfield keep playing the way he playing right now.
number 1 in the conference, number 1 in the division, number 1 in the league. They got a 2-game lead.
We already beat the Ravens. Like I said, go ahead and ship us those AFC West Championship shirts. You can bring them up right now.
The Texans, I could see them losing one of their next two. Looking, ooh.
Who they play? Oh no, their schedule is brutal.
Colts, Jets, Lions, and then battle for Texas, which I think Texans are better.
Yeah.
And then they get a bye against the Titans.
Or is it Buffalo? I think it's Buffalo has a schedule. Go look at Buffalo's schedule.
Buffalo does have a tough schedule. I was just looking at theirs.
Their schedule is brutal.
Colts, Chiefs, whatever version of the Niners you're gonna get because they're not healthy right now.
True.
But the bottom of their schedule sucks though. They got a freebie. You get the Patriots twice and the Jets in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Who sandwiched that one together?
The league that wants the Bills to be good.
Right.
Because Josh Allen is their favorite, man. That's their guy, man.
I mean, they got
Josh Allen, even though Big Ben has won the Super Bowl, but Josh Allen is everything they wanted Big Ben to be.
Is DK playing this week? I know he got hurt. They say it's week to week, isn't it?
It's week to week. It's like a sprain.
I don't see Seattle winning that game though. Without DK, I don't see it.
Unless Kenneth Walker and the other kid go off. Charbonnet.
Yeah.
And then get the ball to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Mm-hmm. I say a field goal game, but I mean, without him, that could be. I just don't see it.
Tyler Lockett too.
Go back in the time machine.
All right, for sure. All right, Clarence, player.
I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna tap in.
All right, for sure, brother.
Players of the game. We didn't even do that yet.
Who are our players of the game? I'm gonna go Kareem Hunt on offense. And defense, that's a tough one because you can get that practically to the whole defense. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna give it to George Karlaftis. I think he had one of his best games. Big George.
Fair. Let's give it to Hardman in offense. I don't usually give him nothing.
Of course, Hardman is like Randy Moss when it comes to the 49ers.
Now, what was funny about it though was that Hardman pretty much almost ran that same play when he got his first catch. I said, well, it makes sense.
He slipped. If he had slipped, that ball would have hit him right in stride.
Mm-hmm. So we'll give it to him on offense. Defense, I'll give it to Reed. He got a pick. Why not?
He actually had a good game. Other than that, it was one play he I think it was George Kittle. He let George Kittle get past him. But other than that, he had a really good game. He was actually playing really good.
He had a good game. I ain't gonna be mad at that.
Every player gives up one play. I mean, McDuffie almost gave up that play to Ayuk. Ayuk didn't drop that pass. Probably been like a 20, 30-yard pass. It happens. It happens. But look, man, got the best defense in the league right now. I don't see no defense better. Maybe the Steelers is right there with us. They're really good.
Yeah, Steelers defense. I was just watching as I was watching that game on Sunday night and everything. I said this defense. The defense can do well. It'll actually do some wonders. The offense can stay on the field because the problem with that is that the offense couldn't stay on the field, so they obviously affected defense with a gas. So I think now you're going to see more of a healthier look as far as with the defense.
And it's going to keep TJ Watt healthier because he's prone to get hurt because he's on the field too long.
Mm-hmm.
And TJ Watt is not. He wasn't really the reason why that defense was looking good. It was more so Highsmith and Joey Porter Jr. and
And Roger Stone to the wrong team and
Elliott, Deshaun Elliott, he's actually a really good safety.
But Pittsburgh, they could be a very dangerous 5.
I've always said that. I've always said if they can get the quarterback situation figured out, Pittsburgh will be formidable because their defenses are always elite or very good.
Mm-hmm. Because even so, I mean, I don't see them going no less than 5. Let's just call it for what it is. Because most likely, just kind of looking in North, because I don't see nobody. I see Houston winning the division. I see Baltimore winning the division. I see Buffalo winning the division. Whoever ends up in the 4 spot, that's gonna be a tough matchup. I could see Pittsburgh playing spoiler. I could.
Yeah, I can see that too.
I could. It's dangerous.
I'm gonna be real with you. Out of all the teams coming to Arrowhead, we keep that number 1 spot. That's the team I don't want to see. Because they play a physical style brand that they could match with us. Not to say the Ravens can't. The Ravens defense ain't what it was last year. Their defense was way better last year. And I get it. They can get better because they got young corners. I think it's more attributed to young corners, and they don't get the pass rush that they was getting last year.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Abike is not doing what he did last year. He was getting to the quarterback last year. This year, he's not doing that.
And even so, here's my thing about it too as well, going even further. As you look at these top teams and everything, and basically the top teams who I expect to be in the AFC are there. I don't really fear Houston or Baltimore, but Tomlin I more so fear because he does not deviate from his game plan at all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the thing about it. The Chiefs will find a way to make you get away from your game plan, and I don't think Tomlin would when you play. And that's why Pittsburgh is more of the, I would say, is more of the bigger threat if it ends up like this.
Yeah, I agree
that could
with
be
that.
A problem. I mean, we talking about like I said, we right on schedule. Everybody hyping up the Ravens are the best team and yada yada yada. I'm like, all right, we'll see how it come because Super Bowl ain't won in October and November.
No, it's not.
Come January, we'll see who flinches first.
Yeah.
And say if Pittsburgh does beat Baltimore,
they win the division.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I'd want to play that team in Pittsburgh. I don't think I want to run through there.
Yeah,
because then you're giving them more ammunition.
The terrible towels going crazy.
I'm good on that.
I got to hear DeAndre's mouth. Zach. We're gonna win the Super Bowl. No, y'all not. Still gonna lose to us.
Maybe, I mean, you gotta beat the champs in order to beat them. That's why I don't care. They can move all around and say this team number 1 team, and Canty talking about that they'll play tomorrow. Well, here's the problem: it's not tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the rate. Like, look, I respect Lamar Jackson and what they got going over there, and Derrick Henry is playing on fire right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not discounting that. And those receivers are doing what they're supposed to do. Finally, he got some solid receivers over there. He does. Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman are really good receivers. They're, Bateman, he's looking like, the first round pick that they picked him as, you know what I'm saying? He's the good number 2. Andrews looks like he's in rare form. Like he's starting to, go into rare form. And then, he still got Likely. It's just, can y'all do it in January? Can y'all do it then?
We've seen this movie before.
What's gonna happen? What are y'all gonna do if y'all play us and we shut down Derrick Henry?
Yeah, not like it hadn't been done.
And he's not getting those yardage that he's usually getting. We're stuffing him. He's only getting 2.5 yards a carry. He got 28 yards, and we're up 14-0. Y'all gonna stay pat? Because y'all didn't do it last year. As soon as we went up 14,
at home.
As soon as we went up 14-0, y'all panicked. Now that defense in the second half, I'll give them credit. Because their defense was really good. Their defense was really good last year. Those were probably the 2 best defenses on that field. They were 1 and 2, whatever you want to call it. We feel like our defense was better, but I'm just saying you can make the argument 1 or 2, whatever.
Statistically and all that fun stuff. We don't care.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is y'all don't have that defense this year.
Not when they're giving up 30 north of 30.
So what are y'all gonna do if we shutting the run down? Are y'all gonna trust Lamar enough to get y'all out of that? Because we trust, regardless of how Patrick is playing right now, when it's time playoff time, he flips a switch and he's a whole different person. The mechanics, the mechanics all of a sudden is right. He throwing from the pocket right. His accuracy is better. He's seeing the field better. He ain't gun shy when it comes to playoffs.
The Ravens are the healthier team. They got all their pieces intact, and they're doing what they need to do.
They was healthy last year.
But at the same time, the Chiefs unhealthy. They doing it with what they got, and yet still getting it done.
That's scary.
And the record reflects for me. It's like, what can you say?
That should be scary. You could say lucky, whatever. You can't be lucky 6-0. Not with the defense we got. It'd be one thing if our defense was trash and our offense was okay, and we were just getting the ball was just bouncing our way or whatever. That ain't happening. We have an elite defense, probably the best defense in the league right now, and the offense just does enough when they need to get the win.
Yep.
And they can adjust and play any game that you want to play. And we play a physical style of football that a lot of teams don't want to play.
I'll probably say the one of the bigger things that separates this team, and really it's just more so the red zone play. If the red zone play improves even 10% more, because they settle for a lot of field goals, nor have they been like those 3rd and 1 situations. We've seen too many situations where it's been interception, fumbles. We've seen it all. Where it's been, it called for what it is. It hadn't been good. If they fix that red zone problem to where they go from the bottom to the top half, they could easily be putting up 30 a game, but they're not. The turnovers are hurting them. That's the only thing with the red zone and turnovers. Those are 2 big things. But bottom line is they 6-0. Maybe Mahomes can flip that number, the touchdown to interception ratio. This would be a good game to do it. We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. All right, man. Let's go ahead and land this thing. Look down at the bottom. You see the link, emqpodcast.com/locker-room. If you go to that link, you see the locker room access of all the podcasts under the Every Morning Quarterback umbrella. They got a 49ers one, they got a Patriots one, and they have ours. Arrowhead Chief Podcast. Click on the banner. You see all of our episodes from the recent to the past ones. Also, they have their own podcast, their own YouTube channel. They talk about everything NFL league wide. They talk about college football too, and they give you betting tips for the week. So go ahead and go over there and check out them, subscribe to them. Shout out to those brothers over at Every Morning Quarterback. Whatever streaming platform you use, whether it be Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, whatever you use to listen to your podcast, the Arrowhead Chief Podcast is there. Also, if you're first time watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification button. So when we go live, usually on Tuesdays, you could tap in with us. You could jump in the live comments with us, talk about these Chief topics or NFL topics with us. And, man, you can get up in here. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And whatever social media platform you use, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook, Twitch, Threads, whatever you use to do your social media on, you can follow us at AH right above Mark, AH Chief Podcast. We will follow you back because we are not Hollywood. We are regular guys who love to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. So go ahead and tap in with us. Also, if you have a critique or feedback, or if you have a topic or a question that you want to bring up that's Chief related or NFL related, and we like the question or topic, we will bring it up on the show. We'll shout you out on the show because we want to show love to those who show love to us. So go ahead, follow us, and we will follow you back. Also, still got the Arrowhead Chief Podcast shirts. Let's 3P history shirts. go to any of our social media and click on the link. $25 plus shipping. So go ahead and get your shirt, man, and represent the podcast and represent Chiefs Kingdom too. You know what I'm saying? We got white, red, black, and gray. So go ahead and go to any of our social media and get you a shirt. All right, good people. Until next Tuesday, hope everybody has a good rest of their week. We'll be talking about a victory next Tuesday as we beat down those Raiders and we go forward towards a 3-peat. So until next week, we out.